that this microphone thingy works, right? Looks like it does. It's a good sign. Better start than last week. And intro. And welcome, everybody, to episode 4 of AgriLive. We've got 10 of you in here already. Hopefully more join tonight, because tonight is an exciting episode, and I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces showing up in the chat. And it is a good thing that you guys are here, because we're watching your videos tonight. We're doing it. And hopefully we'll be doing many more rounds of this, too. This is only round 1 of reviewing your farm videos. So, alright, where's everybody from? You've probably told me before and I forgot, so I want to see that in the chat. Where are we representing in these videos tonight? Let me know. Meanwhile, I'm going to look at my script and do a couple things here just to make sure we are in good order for tonight's show. Looks like we are. Do that, do that, do that. That. And then the fun stuff. And we'll conclude. This episode should last about an hour, maybe a little more, depending on how things go. We definitely have quite a few videos to get through. All right, everybody. We got East Texas, Wisconsin. Nice. I have friends in Wisconsin. Do you know where Richland Center is? Nebraska, Pennsylvania, the state of Washington. What part of the state of Washington? And then the St. Louis, Missouri area. Nice. Some of those places I've not been to at all before, and I would love to visit someday. Other spots like Wisconsin, Texas, and the state of Washington I've been through. Cool spots. And it's cool to see where agriculture is different in those different areas for sure. So, alright, I'm assuming the audio sounds alright. I am definitely having some more issues with it, but it looks like we got it all ironed out for this evening. So, alright, so you're the lower east corner of Washington, so you would be... Man, I cannot think of the nearest city down there. I don't know if I've been to that corner of Washington before. But David, you're from Missouri. And you're a couple areas away from Richland Center on the west side of Wisconsin. Cool. Couple hours. Yeah, Richland Center, we have friends that have a pretty big dairy operation just a few miles out of Richland Center. So I've been there before. Been to Madison before, and then I've been through Wisconsin before on I-94. Yeah, I guess I-90 meets with I-94 over in Wisconsin too, which is funny because they split apart in Billings, Montana. Interstate system, interesting how all that stuff works. Awesome. Well, should we just jump right into it? Should we start watching some videos? I'd say we should start watching some videos. But actually, before we start watching some videos, a couple things that I want to mention. First of all, these super chats finally work. If any of you wants to send a super chat, because these are to the point where I am starting to miss some of your guys' comments. Sorry about that. I try to get to all of them, and I read all of them after the stream, but I'm not able to answer all of them all the time, depending on where my attention is at. So you'll definitely be getting my attention with a super chat, and that's also a great way to make sure these streams are still around next year in the future. Hopefully they just keep rolling. I love doing these. I want to keep doing them, but there is a bit of a time and money aspect to them to keep them going. So something as simple as a super chat will help me keep going here, especially if you want me to keep up with this watching your guys' farm video. I'm excited for this. This is going to be awesome. I hope you guys think it's awesome too. So, Super Chat's working. I've talked about Patreon in the past on this. Patreon.com/AgriStudios is another way that you can support the channel if you are able to. But now that monetization's here, like, that's awesome too. So, but definitely check out Patreon if you haven't already. You can get some sweet benefits out of that, such as a free t-shirt if you subscribe to, what is it, the $5 or $10 tier or above. I can't even remember what tiers I put in there. All right, and shout out to any chat moderators that are in here tonight. I haven't seen any, but somebody might show up. I'm hoping Samson will show up. We're watching one of his videos tonight, and I believe he's a moderator. I might add a couple of you guys as well if you're interested in being a comment moderator and dealing with any spam that does happen to pop up in that chat. So thank you, comment moderators, who are probably non-existent right now. We'll see if one shows up. And that might be all I have for announcements. So we got 15 of you in the stream. Good to see you all. So now we're going to flip over to my other camera view here. There we go. And look, it's a sub counter, so you can unsubscribe, so you can watch the numbers go up and down, because that's what you guys do. Because that's what happened the first time that we did a stream on this channel. So don't worry, that'll be going away in a minute. The temptation won't even be there. So before we get into watching these videos, I'll explain what exactly we're doing one more time, just in case you happen to be suddenly joining here. So we're watching videos that you guys have submitted to the channel. And I got these from the comments of last week's stream. I knew it. Called it. You better resubscribe right now. Thank you. That's what I like to see. Anyway, you submitted some of your farm videos. We're going to watch them all together here on the stream. I'm going to comment on them. I'm going to give you constructive feedback because I want us all to improve and get better at telling ag story. So that means I could get a little nitpicky on some things. And it will depend on the type of video as well. So my goal, I want to help you guys keep making videos yourselves. That's the goal of tonight's stream. So hopefully there aren't any hard feelings or anything. If I don't mean to upset anybody. I don't mean to criticize anybody. That's not the point. But there's a lot of good things I have to say about a lot of these too. I did skip through, not watched completely out, but watched portions of and skipped around all of the submissions. And they're all pretty good. I think we're all going to be pretty entertained by different people's stories here tonight. So, all right, let me read some comments here. Let's see where the top of this list is. Where did I last read? Okay, you sent your video and the comment of the other video. Yep, you're first up. And good to hear that you love the streams. Yeah, you're welcome, Steven. I hope to keep going with these. Cool. Shall we begin? Let's begin. So our first submission from last week is from Hogan Farms. He has a farm montage is what he's titled it. Uploaded it right to his channel here. I'm going to make sure I unmute the desktop audio so that we can hear any audio we have here. All right, let's go ahead and watch it. 2018 farming. Got a John Deere combine there. S-Series. Got a cab shot there. I'm going to go ahead and take a pause here, actually. I'll mention the first thing, because if I remember right, I think this was all vertical video on here. So, vertical video would actually, in this day and age, work pretty good for Instagram, because Instagram has Instagram TV. And I don't really know if anybody's using it. I've used it like once and that's it. Anyway, for your next video, I'd love to see you turn your phone sideways. Phone cameras are pretty good these days, so keep using your phone for the time being if you don't have anything else. But I would like to see that camera turn sideways. And I would also like to see a little more effort with stabilization of these awesome in-cab shots that we have here of this tractor. Yeah, GoPro would be sweet. If you think you'd make a lot of videos with a GoPro, it's not a bad purchase. The Hero 7 is pretty good. But I kind of like this. Like this cab view isn't terrible. We just need to turn, even if you keep using your phone, just turn your phone sideways before you hit record, and it'll fit this screen a lot better. YouTube will like it a lot more. And there are some tricks even with a phone that doesn't have good steady shot in it to keep that thing a little more steady. It's the way you hold it. I like to kind of brace my lower arms like this, and it gives you kind of a human tripod type thing. Got some stills here in the end, nice. And this is in Washington, if I remember right. Awesome video. So, number one thing there is turn the camera sideways, and I really want to see some more stuff from you, Hogan. I really want to see more about your operation. Hopefully you can dig into the story even more, but yeah, don't give up on this video creation stuff. And that was a John Deere 8960, you say, that was in the video. Nice. Cool, cool. And yeah, GoPros are not a bad thing either. All right, let me jump over to my list here. I'm going to grab another link. So who is next on the list? We have Wiedemann Photography here. Let me grab your URL to your video here. We're going to paste it over here. Let me pause this real quick. We'll rewind that to the beginning. Okay, how's the audio, guys? Any audio issues? Can you hear the videos all right on the stream? Let me know in the comments. Let's read some comments. 4th thumbs up. Awesome. Thank you very much, Steven. John Deere Jared says, we just watched a pretty good video. You did not know about how you could turn the phone. Yeah, it's kind of deceiving because you're so used to using your phone like this. And lovely how I just got a Snapchat when I held it up for my sister. Yeah, so if you launch a camera app, like on my phone here, and we'll go to video mode. Let me, there we go. So, yeah, you think most people record video just like this. And it's like, it's like hashtag #1 problem. That's not a hashtag. That's going to be just a ton of words. But you get my point. But if you turn the phone sideways before you start recording, then you're recording a sideways video. And you can throw that right into whatever you're using to edit. So, cool. I hope to see some more stuff from you, Hogan. That was awesome. Brendan, good to see you. Brendan is a fellow Bozemanite. And he's been watching some of my stuff for some time. He makes his own videos, too. I don't know if he... Do you have a channel, Brendan, that people can check out some of your stuff? The live chat will probably hate you for doing this, but you can post the link. Might get marked as spam, but we'll see. Anyway, shall we watch this next video that somehow spun itself to the 2-minute mark? Alright, so this one is from Wiedemann Photography. Let me know if I mispronounced that. And this is a 2018 corn harvest, and you said this was Wisconsin, right? Well, let's start watching. I love the music. Nice drone shot. Good, we're matching with the music here. That's a really cool shot of the... That's like just the right width for that corn header. Obviously GPS. Then he gets to the end, right in time for another cut. Now it's a front-on shot. Looks like the exposure changed a little bit there. I love the color. That's looking pretty good. Little hot here, but I know how the struggle is. So, for you guys that don't do a whole lot with video, little pro tip here. See, yeah, you can see my mouse pointer. Like right here and right here. And the sky's like completely white here. This is technically overexposure, and it happens all the time to us. But we do the best we can to adjust our cameras so that we're not overexposing or having an overly bright image. So, but there's stuff that I have on my channel that has these same issues. So, other than that, it looks like a good shot. Nice Massey Ferguson combine. This one sped up a little bit. This is some beautiful lighting. You picked the right time of day to do this. I love the lens flare. pretty well done. Got a decent amount of views on it too, 6,000, and it was published about 2 months ago, it looks like. I like the change in music. Sounds a bit Audio Jungle-like. So your color definitely changed in this shot. It is a different day, different weather. It's overcast in this shot. Oh, not Audio Jungle. It sounds like Audio Jungle music. Audio Jungle, like most of the creators on there, just have a distinct sound to it, which I like for these farming videos, actually. I'm kind of wanting to see a cut here, but not bad. I like some of these nice drawn out shots too. I try and cut around my sudden drone movements whenever I can. Oh really, the weather changed that quickly? Because the sky looked a lot more overcast in those next round of shots. What are you flying? Is this a Phantom 3, Phantom 4? Still unloading the Massey over here. I love that other grain cart on the hill there. That's a nice shot. I'm noticing a little bit of frame jitter. That happens when you use 24 frames a second on the drone and a 30 frame a second output to YouTube, or vice versa. It's really noticeable in drone footage, but it'll either repeat or skip a frame. Mavic, nice. I really wish I had a Mavic. They're really handy for when you suddenly need to get up in the air. And Mavics are really easy to overexpose too, especially when they're just running on auto. There's a lot of stories that I've heard from people about accidentally overexposing their Mavic footage. Like this isn't bad, but this is a little bright. This is perfect. That's a cool shot. I wish it didn't have that pan in there when you gave the aircraft some yaw, but other than that, that's a cool shot. So yeah, those movements right there are a little sudden. Oh, is this your first time flying that drone in this video? So now we're on a ground camera of some sort. I notice it's a lot bluer. Nothing a little color correction can't fix. How are we doing on time here? Oh yeah, this is our longer video. So this shot does take place for quite a while. I would have preferred, even without the music here, if we cut to a different scene. I don't mind the nat sound though. Although it is interesting because there's a highway behind you and I can hear the traffic, but I don't see that on screen. Yeah, so I would have used about 10 seconds max of this shot right here and then just moved on to the next thing. Because our pace is definitely a lot different than it was at the beginning of the video. I like the cab of the pickup just randomly sitting here. What camera are you shooting this on? Is this a phone camera? Is it a camcorder of some sort? DSLR? It's looking like maybe it's out of focus a little bit, so I'm kind of guessing something other than a cell phone camera. Canon? Yep. Cool. I can't tell if you hit focus or not. Something looks a little blurry, like on this Massey logo. I mean, not a bad shot. And I like the sound, too. Here in the combines, a lot of people don't do that in a lot of ag videos. Oh, so your ISO is cranked up here. That would do it. That's why it's looking a little blurry. T2i. Are you using some sort of a shotgun mic on top of that? Because this is actually pretty good audio if it's the internal audio from the built-in mic on the camera. It is the built-in audio. That's not terrible. I mean, I guess it is a little tinny, but it's getting the job done. Just for nat sound, at least. Nat sound is sound that is occurring in the environment rather than like interview sound where it is somebody talking on camera. I speak a lot of, at least a decent amount of film and video language, so if I lose anybody, just let me know. And this is still all one shot, isn't it? So this is just raw footage. A little bit of shake here. But I guess this is raw footage, so. So is it all just this one clip to the end then? Got some unloading action going on here. So it is just the one clip to the end. Well, in that case, I'm going to skip forward. See if anything else catches my eye. So we got another cart coming in here. Got all that going on, and then you have your end screen here. Nice! I'm going to skip back to the beginning one more time. I'm going to mute the audio here. This is a pretty excellent video. And if a few things were done in these future videos that you make, these could stand to be some really, really good farm video. Like, up there with a lot of the good creators that we all know and love. So the drone work is coming together pretty nicely, especially if you don't have that much experience piloting a Mavic. You'll just want to cut out those camera bumps on the drone, such as when it does a yaw movement like this, or whenever it changes any course of path. You want to just keep nice, fluid, steady drone shots, even with the gimbal that tilts. Your cutting to the music is already pretty good. What I do with music is I go frame by frame until it's perfect but I'm a little OCD there. I would make sure that you don't put out super overexposed footage, although most people are not going to even notice here. And finally, what was it around in here? I'd get more creative with this Canon camera that you have. Rather than having it locked down on a tripod the whole time during this shot, I'd like to see all sorts of different angles, even inside the cabs of the machinery, and include some more of that stuff in future videos. And then work that in along with the drone footage so that it's not all just the drone footage at the beginning and then all of your DSLR shots at the end. And then, of course, edit these together. There's some great tutorials on color correcting out there, probably for whatever editor that you do use, so that you can kind of get these cameras to match up, because this is a cooler shot than all the DJI stuff. Well, all of this DJI stuff, at least. See, even your drone shots almost looks like this was shot on a different camera just because the environment changed enough. But you had good music in there. I don't mind scenes like this when there's not music, but I would put them maybe in between two of your songs. Like, give yourself a 10-second period of silence and then move on to the next scene that's driven by the next song that you license. And then I understand why you threw this in at the end, because people get all the good stuff first. Like, the drone footage is by far the strongest point in your video, and they can leave at any point in time in here. Like, you actually told me that I could stop whenever I want, I saw in the chat earlier. So people are still clicking on your video and watching the good stuff, but if they want to stick around and see even more footage, then they can watch through this clip. But I try and keep the pace up throughout the entire video anyway. Your audience retention will go up, and that's never a bad thing. So yeah, this is excellent. I need to check out some more of your uploads, so I'll do that. I saw that you had some more. So thank you very much. I think we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one, guys, because somebody named Gage asked whose video is next, and the next video is going to be from a channel that goes by the name of Little Farm Big Cameras. Are you here in the chat tonight? Let me know if you are, because we're about to watch one of your videos. He submitted 2, and I believe we do have time to get through both of them, so especially if we skip around whichever one his longer one is. Oh, the frame rate suggestion? That's not a big deal, but it does make a bit of a difference. You just need to make sure that, well, you can choose one or the other, either 24 frames a second or 30 frames a second. Then in whatever you're editing in, make sure your timeline is set at either 24 or 30 frames a second, the same as whatever you chose for your cameras. And chances are your T2i, I don't know if that shoots in 24 frames a second, so I would bring the drone up to 30 frames a second. I still shoot in 30 frames a second, even though it's a bit of a fad to shoot in 24. That's just how I roll, so, and it works with almost any camera out there, because not all cameras will shoot in 24, but they'll probably all shoot in 30. Alright guys, so we ready for the next video? Let me check a couple things here, and we'll step right up and watch it. After I read some comments. That chat is really slow for some reason. Oh, that's why. It's super confused. Alright, so this is Little Farm Big Cameras. And Harvest 2018. Looks like some more corn. Let's go ahead and watch it. Definitely noticing a quality issue with this one, the way it was exported, but that's okay. So I'm seeing this badge down here. I'm wondering if you use the built-in DJI editor to put this together and stitch together the footage that was cached to your phone while you were flying, rather than taking the footage off the SD card, ran it through a computer to edit, then exported it out to YouTube. Because that would be why we're getting this kind of weird distortion here. Actually, I do believe. Oh yeah, it says I will fix the glitching someday down here. So it is an apparent issue. The footage could be a little overexposed too, just like I was talking about in the last video that we watched. I like all this John Deere equipment though. And yeah, I try and speed things up a little bit too. I would try and cut a little more quickly. Maybe every fourth measure the music or such. Cut to that music, that always makes a big difference. That way the video pacing's a little higher, it's a little more interesting for everybody watching. Peyton Smith says, "Yo, what up, Sly Rye?" Hey, that's one of my high school classmates. It's been a while. We're just watching other people's YouTube videos because that's what we do in today's age of Agri Studios. Is just watch a bunch of other people's stuff instead of me making my own stuff these days. Don't worry, I got some new stuff coming in the next few weeks. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and skip forward a little bit on this one. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Accidental full screen. Okay, cool. I believe this guy has one more. It doesn't look like he's with us tonight, but he can watch later in the archive. He has one more video that is quite a bit different than the one that we just watched, so I do want to pull this one up real quick. Nice music for this one. So this is of his buildings. This is looking like maybe the Midwest portion of the United States. Nice little over to the silos. We do still have a quality issue. Not near as bad as last time, but things are still a little fuzzy here. It's cut to the music, so he must have edited this one. And by edited, I mean not use the automatic DJI app thing, whatever it's called. By the way, Brendan, I have your link here. I will go ahead and copy that and paste it over here in my notes, and we can probably get around to watching your video as well. Got some cows in the shed. That was all for that video. All right. Yeah, that was a really cool, some really cool footage. So, what was that guy's name? Little Farm Big Cameras. So overall for your videos, I like the way they're going. It's nice that they're short. Short videos are cool. Long videos are cool, and short videos are cool. They definitely reach two different types of audiences. So I would like to see some more troubleshooting on your video quality, so that we can kick out a nice, crisp, clean file to YouTube so that it looks good on all of our screens. Although that second one wasn't absolutely terrible. And keep at it. You're a pretty good drone pilot. I want to see some more of that. That's just a link to your channel. Okay. Oh, I'm sure we can figure it out. You like all the drones. Yep, drones are pretty cool. Speaking of who just made that comment, you're next. So our next video comes from Hedgedales Farms. It is titled A Fall Day. Let's just watch it. So we got somebody getting on the four-wheeler here. We can go on a little tour. Looks like we are. Got a corn fodder bale right there. Nice shot. I am curious what this is filmed on. Kind of nice, all these little ambient scenes of the farmyard. Moderator Samson is in the house. Some sitting water there in the field. I do kind of like the slow pace going on here. I like kind of seeing all the... It's a nice change of pace. Like, this is a slow pace that I think is actually working pretty well right now. And you're shooting in the right light. Evening is a good time to film. Just filmed on a pocket camera, not the best quality. It's certainly alright. I do notice where it is maybe a lower sensor camera or something. Everything seems a little blocky. I don't think it's the resolution itself. I think it's the way it was compressed on the camera. Honestly, cell phone cameras are probably going to be better quality than this in this day and age. But these are some nice... I mean, you're getting really creative with how you're using this camera. That's what I like to see. Like that four-wheeler shot, that was pretty cool. You're doing well on your rule of thirds here. Nice foreground, background elements in a lot of these shots. That's a nice shot. Really nice shot. All the wood up against the building. This one's got a little extra shake in it. Your music's cutting off here, or ending here, not cutting off. And we got another one fading in. Nice. If you're gonna keep going with the vibe, I would maybe crossfade those two songs just a little more, but not to the extent that it's completely awkward. Actually, probably the #1 improvement point for this video, especially if you are straight up releasing it to your channel outside of a demo reel for existence, is that I would shorten the length, the runtime of the video. Just because people on YouTube tend to eventually get a little bored. Speaking from experience. My attention span's horrible, so I'm kind of a good benchmark sometimes on how long videos should be. But don't speed up the... Like, I like the slow vibe here. I would say make it a 3-minute video. Next time you do something of this theme where it's just ambient shots. I would also stay away from actively zooming in and out during a shot. Unless you had a specific reason to do so. I just think it's a little old-fashioned. Some people like it still. That was a really good shot of the flag, though. Let me go back real quick. I want to see that one more time. I like this shot. That was well done. Samson asks, does Nick Welker use an Osmo? Well, if Nick Welker was here, maybe you'd have an answer to that. Ah, just kidding. He's a busy guy. He's not going to make it to every single live stream that everybody does. Nick did use an Osmo, and I believe he sold it on eBay. Because, and I think people were talking earlier. Actually, let's get back to this in a minute. Let's finish this video first, then I'll talk about Osmos. Because I like that ending shot. Let's see that one more time. You're just locking the barn door there. You're done, you put the four-wheeler away, walk out of frame, fade out. Get rid of that camera bump at the end, and that'll be a really good shot. I do like a fade to black right here at the end. And that's a great way to end this video. Well done. I look forward to seeing more videos from you. That was pretty good. Really good. Like, probably even worthy of deserving more than 21 subscribers, but don't worry, that number will eventually pick up. I have very little subscribers compared to a lot of people too, so. But thank you guys for subscribing and being a really loyal audience and continuing to show up in more of these streams. It's awesome to see. John Deere Jared says, this video makes me want to do one of Grandpa's farm. Go for it. Send it in. We'd love to check it out. Yeah, this was very well done, Hedgedale Farms. All right. We got a couple left here. So this next one comes from a Samson Ledesma. And you can tell me how to pronounce your last name, because I'm pretty sure I completely messed that up. Yep, not yet, YouTube. This one only has 7 views because it is unlisted, which means I think we are getting a sneak preview at an upcoming video from a fellow YouTuber who owns a production company in Kansas called Salty Media House. I have that right, correct? Salty Media House? Anyway, I've seen some of Samson's stuff before. He's the one who did the Meeker harvest video on YouTube that has like 200,000 to 300,000 views or something like that. It was very well done. But this is a guy who is a pro in video, so I'm excited to check out his next little release here, titled 2018 Corn Harvest. It's another Meeker Farms video. Words of Farming Wisdom. Let's play the video.
Yeah, there's an old saying that,
starting with a sound bite. Awesome.
Never die, they just get plowed under. They'll plow me under.
Dang.
I hope that by the way I farm, that I'm a good steward of the resources that the Lord has provided, and that not only can I provide
The color is so good on this.
an income for my family, but also I can provide nourishment and food for a growing world population.
You need to teach me how to do that.
It's more than just a paycheck.
I love that text
It's
intro.
about doing better so more people may do better in their life. Farming is definitely it's a wonderful occupation. It's not only a business, it's a passion, and it's definitely something that you have to work hard and want. It's definitely something that is an admirable profession, but there are a lot of barriers to entry. Capital costs are incredibly high. Machinery isn't cheap. Ground doesn't come easy. So, yeah, there are some serious barriers to entry. But,
Take a quick pause here. So, I'll get super nitpicky here, and I don't even know if there is a way to solve this just because you have combine machine audio being brought in too. But I kind of almost want this guy to be a little louder in my ears as far as your audio mix goes. But it's not bad at all, and it's really clean audio, and the sound of the combine running is there because, of course, this is a live shot interview inside the combine as it's working, but not over obtrusive either. But it is a little tough for me to hear him, and it could just be me. We're getting to the point where it's different people's different opinions here.
Because if you put your mind to it and you pray and you have faith in the Lord, things will work out. But but you have to do your part. That means work hard, and a lot of times do things that nobody else wants to do. Whether that's have an off-the-farm job, or maybe run older equipment, or take on some of the challenges that other people wouldn't. Maybe a farm that is a little less desirable. But yeah, anything is possible, and it's just how much you want it.
Yeah, that was very well done. Glad you guys got to see it. And if you want to check out some more of Samson's stuff, he has a YouTube channel. I kind of want to watch it again. This one was short enough. I think we should watch it again. Let's rewind all the way back to the beginning. Yeah, every single camera shot on there was good too. Like, I didn't notice anything glitchy, off focus, anything. Like, this is a professional at work right here, guys. Alright. So you're definitely not happy with the audio quality. I mean, I think the quality is pretty good. I don't know if you can bring his voice out anymore. If you can get a little creative with a compressor or EQ or something to bring his voice out without also bringing the combine audio levels up. But overall, it didn't sound bad either. Very well done. Let's watch it one more time.
Yeah, there's an old saying that old farmers never die. They just get plowed under. They'll plow me under.
And you're starting with a really powerful shot here, too.
I hope that, by the way I farm,
fade to black into this scene's a good call, too.
That the Lord has provided, and that not only can I provide an income for my family, but also I can provide nourishment and food for a
Once again, I want to learn how to do this.
It's
have the dust on the
more than
foreground
just a
like
paycheck
that.
to me. It's about doing better so more people may do better in their life.
Good transition with the music there, too, after he's done with his soundbite.
Farming is definitely it's a wonderful occupation. It's not only a business, it's a passion, and it's definitely something that you have to work hard and want. It's definitely something that is an admirable profession, but there are a lot of barriers to entry. Capital costs are incredibly high. Machinery isn't cheap. Ground doesn't come easy. So, yeah, there are some serious barriers to entry. But if someone wants to farm, don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't. Because if you put your mind to it,
so is this shotgun audio, Samson? Or was he wearing a lab?
Lord, things will work out.
I don't see a lab. That must be shotgun.
But you have to do your part. That means work hard, and a lot of times do things that nobody else wants to do. Whether that's have an off-the-farm job, or maybe run older equipment, or take on some of the challenges that other people wouldn't. Maybe a farm that is a little less desirable. But yeah, anything is possible, and it's just how much you want it.
And I love that slow-mo shot of him standing at the top of his combine ladder, too. Right off the side of his cab. That's nice. Good runtime, too. Very short, yet a very powerful story in that short amount of time. It was just very, very well done. These are kind of the type of videos that I want to keep making, too. Is I want to keep telling people stories from different farms across our world, actually. But also especially in this Montana region, because nobody else is really doing it, especially up here. Kansas at least has Samson and, even Doug telling the LaRoche story every year. Very well done. And now we have a ton of terrible YouTube thumbnails. Yeah, here's shots looking better. End screen, we'll put it that way. Shotgun audio, yeah. I think you did a pretty good job filtering out the audio for it being shotgun audio then. I look forward to seeing more of your videos. But thank you very much for sharing, Samson. Hopefully that inspired some of you other guys too. By the way, I'm kind of looking at this chat, and I love the fact that everybody in here is complimenting one another for the work that they do. It's awesome to see that. Keep it up. Alright. Who are we missing? There's two of us left. So first up is John Deere Jared. I believe he has a tractor video that he wants to share with us. So this is titled Massive John Deere WA14 plowing. 100 years of horsepower. Let's see this. So it's going to pull 6 bottom plows here. Nice. And this is in Illinois. That is a sweet looking machine. I've never been up close to anything like that before. Alright, so I'll ask the same question as everybody else. What is this filmed on? Is it your phone? Is it a flip cam or camcorder of some sort? Just look at that thing go. Oh man, I love the sound of it. Moving a lot of earth there. It is landscape video. I'll give you credit for that, like that. Fits YouTube pretty well. Filmed on a pretty cheap LG phone, you say. You're actually pretty far from terrible footage quality, even with the cheaper cell phone, so. And your shots are very steady, too. Alright, Kenneth is asking, how do I submit my video? I'm not sure if I can get to extra ones tonight at this point. We'll see how we're doing on time. Looks like we might be able to, actually. We have barely made it. We haven't even made it through an hour yet. But there is, if you go to the community tab on my YouTube channel, so go to Agri Studios, click the community tab, go to the latest post, and there's a link to a Google Sheets form. Or just a Google form. Paste your link in that, fill out the rest of the information, click submit, and your video will pop up on my list. John Deere Jared says, should have put it on a tripod. You know, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's necessary. What I would do is I would try getting a little more creative with the angles that you take. For example, can you do one of in the cab? Can you do one closer to the tractor? Can you do a low shot looking up to make the tractor look even bigger? That's the type of stuff that I would mess with. Now, on the other hand, you can... I do this even today with my iPhone too, so no worries, but fingers in the shot, always something to look out for. And if you do happen to do it on accident on a really good shot that you still want to use, you can usually use your whatever you edit in to crop that out just a little bit. But not too much, or else you're going to take a pretty significant hit on the quality of the video because you're losing pixels as you crop in. I would also see if I could get a little creative with the audio too. Can you get a microphone? And by microphone, this is a microphone. You can use a recording app on your phone or roll video, whatever, and get some really good exhaust sound of that thing. Samson has a good point here. Love how anyone has an opportunity and platform to create and share videos these days. It's so cool. Anybody can just pick up one of these things. I mean, that's how Millennial Farmer got started, actually. He just picked up his phone, recorded a clip of video, didn't even run it through a computer to edit, just uploaded that straight to YouTube. And boom, people can see what his farming operation's like. And like I said on a couple previous videos too, You saw how Samson had crammed so much stuff into his video that we watched. It was about 2 minutes long, but had so much content in there. It's always better to try and cram things down and go for a shorter runtime than it is to include absolutely everything that you filmed. I'd say this video would be a good 1.5 to 2 minute candidate for YouTube. And you'll get very good retention. But I also know people who could just sit here and watch this all day, so... Thanks for watching. Well, thank you for submitting. That was awesome to see. I'm sure a lot of people enjoyed seeing that. That's a heck of a machine, that's for sure. All right. So give me a few moments, and I have one more that I will pull up. Well, maybe two more. We'll see if the... Well, who asked that question? Kenneth asked that question. Kenneth, if you want to submit, looks like we're going to have time to check out yours as well. All right. So, Brendan is a guy who reached out to me via email just this spring. He was doing film school down in Texas at a Christian film school, actually, and finally graduated from there. And his... yeah, you're still in the Bozeman area, right, Brendan? Anyway, he's back up in this area, I believe, and he grew up on a farm right here in the beautiful Gallatin Valley of Montana and learned how to make videos, even went to film school for it. And it's really exciting to see what he'll be doing in the future. And hopefully collabs with Agri Studios is on that list as well. One of these days. It'd be awesome to get, like, actually just, like, all the creative minds of ag video together in one room and see what happens. It might actually be a little frightening, but anyway, this is a little, very short, but a harvest video that Brendan's put together. Let's go ahead and watch it. So he starts out with a few stills here. And is this a Phantom 3, Brendan? Very nice transition with the music. Nice orbit shot, right down the level of machinery. I love the way the dust is moving too. Awesome top-down shot. Phantom 3 Pro. Good drone. Mine's going bye-bye. I'm gonna miss it. Lots of creative angles here. Nice speed ramp. Oh, that's sweet. I love the tilt to reveal there. I love how the one tractor tire is sitting on the pavement there. Nice animation on your farm logo. So your brother helped shoot this. Very well done. Let's watch it again. These ones that are only a minute long are pretty easy to watch. And I'll go ahead and take a pause. So, just a few nitpicky things. If you make another one for 2019 harvest, I don't know if I like the starting off with the stills, just for the sake of people might think it's a slideshow of a bunch of pictures if they click on it on YouTube at the very beginning and don't see something exciting like drone footage to start off with. But they are also an integral part of telling the story here. You know, featuring some of the family behind this farm, some of the faces behind this farm. And like Samson said, your color is very well done. And it's in a beautiful location. irrigated fields, center pivots, mountains all over the place. Bozeman is just such a cool spot to be. And that is why there's a ton of Californians that are moving in here. I got a question. Do you use GPS to follow the contour of the irrigation pivot lines? Because that's a nice clean cut around the half circle there. I can also tell you use Artlist, because I use Artlist, and so does a lot of people these days. So how far do you have to haul your grain, Brendan, when you go to the elevator? I just love this shot right here, because it's nothing, just wheat, pan up, tilt up, there's the combine. This is pretty good drone footage, though. There was one of these shots, I forgot where it was, where you had a sudden movement at the very end, but very well done. Especially for just quickly putting together some harvest footage. So, man, I look forward to seeing what you can do in the future. I honestly might be in touch on a few future projects as well. I'm still working on some deals with some people, even down here in the Bozeman area. So, and if you want to come see the Inspire Fly one afternoon, let me know. That'd be fun. Thanks very much, Brendan. I believe we had one more person submit. Is this the link? Open link in new tab. Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, we should. Thanks for tuning into the stream, Brendan. Good to see you. It's been a while. Brendan's somebody that I've run into here and there there's a Christian group here at a local church that I've run into him a couple times just randomly. Like, it was such a coincidence to see him there as well. But yeah, we both live in the same area, and we definitely have a lot of catching up to do because we're both film people with a ag background. It's cool to see. Samson too. This is just such a cool hangout. And then all you guys who either live on a farm or film farms a lot and are getting into this YouTube video creation world. Ag video is definitely growing on YouTube. It's crazy. That's a very good thing too. All right, so Kenneth has this 2018 wheat crop set to a Dierks Bentley song, which probably means that I'm going to get a strike on the channel. Or not a strike, but a copyright notice. But that's all right. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm sure Dierks Bentley won't care if we play his song on a live stream. and burn up the chaff with eternal fire and store away the... That's a cool verse. And suddenly something is on fire. Looks like it was a controlled burn of a field. Your music suddenly disappears here too. You could, it's pretty easy to fade things out. And makes all the difference in the world. That way it's not so sudden. But anyone who knows me always knows that I love the inclusion of a Bible verse at the end of videos. And I love the fact that it is a trend in ag video to do so. Because I think it really spreads a message of the fact that a lot of people producing the food are guys of faith. And it starts up some very interesting conversations for sure. Even if it's something as ridiculous as what happened on my Along the Edge video last week. That was an interesting one to read through. But, hey, thank you very much, Kenneth. This is very well done. I hope that you keep doing this type of stuff. Alright, well, let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. I'm just checking a form here on my computer. Looks like we got everybody. I'm not missing anybody, right? Did we watch everyone's videos that submitted? I think we did. Wow, guys. That was awesome. Thank you so much for submitting your work. It was excellent to watch all that. I think we should do it again. I'm not sure when, but I'd love to see even more submissions, whether that be from the same people or new people come and join us. It's awesome to see that 20 of you have made it through to the end of this stream. I think this was a really fun one. What do you guys think? Did you enjoy this? Should we do it again in the future? Let me know in the live chat. Also, what are some excellent ideas for future live streams? Because I am looking for some more ideas. I'm going to run out very quickly if I keep doing this once a week. But don't worry. I have some other cool ideas in the back of my head. I think it's about time to start having some special guests on the show as well, so that it's not just me talking up here, because I'm sure I get pretty boring after a little while. Hopefully not that boring, though. I assume that it must not be that bad if 20 of you are still watching right now, so. Yeah, it was awesome, guys. So, we are going to close out here in a minute after I make an announcement that next week there will not be a live stream. Actually, that's kind of a lie. There's not going to be a scheduled live stream next week, but there could be a very spontaneous live stream that comes out of the nothingness at some random time in the middle of the week or whenever. And if that is the case, chances are it's probably because I'm flying my drone up at my farm. I'm going back to Winifred, Montana for Christmas break to see my family, because that's what everyone hopefully is doing over this break. And I hope everybody does have a wonderful Christmas, and hopefully everybody remembers the reason behind the holiday that's not the commercialized reason that we like to think of today. But yeah, no live stream next week, but that doesn't mean completely unsubscribe from Agri Studios and hate me for the rest of your life. That is I hit the wrong button, sorry guys. That's also the wrong button. That's the right button. Someday I'll get OBS figured out. But thank you very much, guys. I'll be back with another one of these in January. We'll see what we do. Meanwhile, awesome stuff coming to the Agri Studios channel here in the next few weeks, so be on the lookout for that. I'm finally going to make actual videos and not just mess around with live streaming all the time. So, as early as a few days from now, we have that Cinnamon Ridge Farms one coming out. It's going to be awesome. And a few little extra things. So, I really appreciate you guys being with us. I'm going to keep the chat open for another 5 minutes. And we'll be hanging out in there, but I'm going to be shutting the video feed off here very quickly. And Merry Christmas to all of you guys as well. Until next time, see you later. Now I gotta figure out how to shut the camera off. I think it's this one. Bye, guys! my microphone is totally still on. Everybody can hear me typing away. You know, I'm surprised the audio interface didn't die this time. Uh-oh. I hear the Google Forms not working. That's not good.